morning.
Good morning, Nabil. Today we have with us the XUV400, the latest electric on the market.
In fact, not just the latest, but it's also properly fun to drive and the quickest car, electric budget car that we've tested on ZigWheels.
I still have a little bit of a long face though because we're doing drive to death today and we've got to do 456 kilometers today.
But don't you worry, this is only showing 308 kilometers of range on a full charge. So not that much of driving.
It's still 300 kilometers.
But in a fun car.
Well, today is going to be all about economical driving. So not so much fun, but 300 kilometers, we're going to get to it. Come on, let's go. Okay. So I think first let's just do a range check. We had 100%.
Yep.
We're ready to drive. The XUV400 comes with a fearless mode, a fast mode, but today we're shifting to the kindest fun, ergo eco mode, which promises 308 kilometers from the said 100%. Until Nabil added a bittersweet bit of info.
But do you know this? The moment you switch on the AC, the range comes down to 280 kilometers.
Okay, let's go. So a claimed 456 kilometers versus 308 on the MID with a full charge. What gives? Well, we just performance tested the car yesterday, so we figured things would balance out with kinder feet at the pedals. So we're in Pune's traffic right now. We're getting out of the city. It's about 9:30 in the morning and I'm going to leave Nabil to tell you about the route while I keep my eyes on the road.
Okay, so Arun and Tushar had done a drive to death with the Nexon EV Max and we are going to follow the same route and hopefully keep the same average speeds as well. First, we are going to go to a hill climb that's about 50 kilometers from here. And from there, we are again going to hit the highway and expressway and go to a second hill climb, which is about 100 kilometers away from the first one. In total, we are looking at doing about 300 odd kilometers. The Nexon EV did close to 300 kilometers. And yeah, let's see where the XUV400 gets us.
And right now, since we're doing drive to death, I'm in the fun mode. It's actually an eco mode. It's very progressive, very acceptable in the city, but it's not really fun.
I mean, it's not fun honestly because it's also capped at 90 kmph, so you can't go beyond 90 kmph at all. And because I know how the other two modes drive, right? The fast and the fearless mode, they are super fun, super quick. Both in fast and fearless mode, the car feels more responsive. You can feel all of that electric motor stock, and this XUV400 chassis really does start to shine. It may not be loaded with features like its competition, but if you are looking for driving pleasure, the XUV400 has it.
The battery percentage has just dropped to 89% right now, and we've just about done 23.5 kilometers of driving, and we've just reached the foothills, well, the foot of the first hill. Driving uphill would make us lose juice quicker, but with the same stretch for downhill recovery, there wasn't much to stress about. We've reached our turnaround point now at the top of the first hill climb. So we have 213 kilometers of range left. Its battery is at 77% and we have completed 46.2 kilometers. All downhill from here. What do you think is going to happen?
In the small downhill patch that we once did, we got about a kilometer of range back, and that was just about 3 kilometers or so, like the full distance.
And this is a little longer.
This is longer and steeper, right? So I am hoping to get by at least 5 kilometers back in the DT. Let's see where we end up.
Okay, we get to the bottom of the hill and we'll catch up with you again. We just finished the downhill bit now, and that was a downhill of about 8 kilometers. At the top of the hill, when we turn around, we had 213 kilometers of range. Now I have 217 kilometers of range, and the battery is still saying 77%. So coming down the hill with that heavy regen on does actually get you back some range, and that's a good thing. Nabil, it's already 1, but we've still got 72%. You have any idea how long this is going to take?
Well, for this question, I'm going to use my lifeline, which is phone a friend.
तुषार जी, मैं अमिताभ बच्चन बोल रहा हूँ और आपका दोस्त नबील खान ने आपका नंबर लगाया है लाइफलाइन के लिए।
अरे अमिताभ बच्चन जी, बोलिए बोलिए सर, हम आपके बहुत बड़े फैन हैं। आपका वो रिसेंट मूवी हम देखे हैं पठान करके, बहुत ही अच्छा किरदार निभाया है आपने। अमित जी, वेरी पीपी सर, पीपी।
So Nabil's question is, how long is this going to take?
This entire drive to death experience of an EV. This is the first time I am doing it, but you guys have done it before, so help.
So, देख, इसका range is going to be more or less the same as the Nexon EV Max. What time did you guys start? Like, what start is not start shooting, but leave from office?
9:30.
9:30.
9, मतलब तुम लोग सुबह 7 बजे मिले थे ना ऑफिस में?
Let's not go there. हाँ.
4 o'clock-ish.
Oh.
If you account for the time it will take, the main thing is you will lose.
No, but like
Or at least
overall, how much time from like start to end, like how much time did you guys take, accounting for the higher regen and lunch and everything?
If you have left by 9, you will be done by 9.
Oh, it's a 12-hour thing. We have only
not
done 3.5 hours right now.
So we still had a long way to go. In fact, we were barely just 1/4 of the way into the trip. And after some more killing time with Tushar, we got a few tips on how to do just that. Kill time.
Nothing, you listen to music, you play some games, you chat, bitch about office, that's always a good topic.
Dude, I'm sitting right next
Talk
to my
about
manager.
our
What do I
fun
bitch
dog
about? I'm sitting next to my manager.
We are on the expressway now, so smooth sailing for another 50 kilometers or so. We are keeping to a nice 80, between 80 and 85, a constant speed as possible, and that's keeping us in the green zone according to the XUV400. Also, we are at 56% of battery, which means in 6% of battery time,
I get to drive.
Nabil is going to be driving. In terms of range, I am showing 155 km of range remaining, and we have done 123.8 km. Want to play a game?
Sure. How about never have I ever, but car edition? And for drinks, we just stopped for lunch. So like, luckily we have some drinks. So
Can you see us?
if you have done that, okay, now we are in a tunnel. So this is interesting. Okay, we are out of the tunnel also. There's another tunnel coming soon. Never have I ever put my head out of a sunroof.
Don't do that, boys. Don't do that.
Don't do that. This is pre-journalist days when the sunroof was still new to the country. I did that once. Never ever. And,
I have,
no
however,
place.
been in a car when someone was doing it, and I didn't discourage it at that time because
But
I have-
equally
we-
bad. Equally
we-
bad. Equally bad.
we all
Very
know
bad.
better now.
Yeah, we all know better now. That's what's important. Okay, your chance. On the thing.
Shall we do it once we get out of the?
No, let's continue. It's
Okay.
so nice.
Never have I ever slept in a car.
Do you realize how much we sleep in cars when we are on shoots?
Oh, and I need to correct that. Never have I ever slept in a car when I was not behind the driving wheel. Basically, what I'm saying is I've not slept ever when I've been behind the wheel. I hope you got that. I hope you.
No,
guys
it
got
was
that
very
as well.
confusing.
Yeah, I kind of guess it was.
Yes, it was
This,
very
this game
confusing.
is confusing.
No, this game is very simple. Alright, my turn.
Yep. So we've done 50 kilometers. We've done 50% of the battery. Time to switch drivers. 143 kilometers we've driven, and according to this, we have 137 kilometers of range remaining.
My God, कितना बोलते हैं यार ये?
We're good to go?
Yeah,
Let's
shall we?
go back on the highway.
Back on the expressway. Into the narrow lanes of Lonavala, we drove with the data now sitting at 134 kilometers of range remaining, 47% of battery left, with 148.3 kilometers covered. And since Alan was on front passenger duties, it was his turn to handle entertainment. Al sir, so I was the passenger. The first game was my responsibility. Now you are the passenger. So second game has to be your idea.
Chalo. I'll say a word. And you have to say the first car that pops into your mind when I say that word. Fast.
The EQS AMG. What a fast car it is.
Okay, your chance.
Oh, okay, it's my chance. Fire.
Pontiac Firebird.
Okay.
With those big flames on the hood. A
Oh,
very
not
vintage
bad.
one. Flowers.
Ooh, the Volkswagen bus. The VW bus.
Ooh.
As the game went on, the range went down, dipping to 96 kilometers. With the battery at 35%, we had done 179.3 kilometers on the trip meter. We'd hope to regain some range on the downhill drive. But yeah, we are, well, the ghat is over. The downhill part is now over. Now we'll head directly towards the office on an expressway. And we did not get as much as a region as we would have wanted. Not expected, but wanted. Yeah, so we traveled about what, 10 kilometers approximately?
Yeah, roughly about 10 kilometers
And
downhill.
we have lost about 6 kilometers of range. So now we're directly heading to the expressway, like I said, 87 kilometers of predicted range in the car. Battery is 32%. And Alan sir, how many kilometers have we done so far?
We have done
Arey, what is wrong with you, yaar?
195 kilometers, sorry for that break. Traffic, putting it down to traffic and very intelligent people on our roads. Also, we the not so great performance on the downhill is not down to Nabil's skill. I'll be fair. It's Ambi Valley downhill is fairly up and down, so you're not constantly going down on a steepish slope. You have short slopes and then you have slight uphills in between as well. So not very good for gaining back range.
But I still have a trick up my sleeve, right? So I've tested almost every electric car that has come to office. And with that experience, I now know how to drive on a highway in the most efficient manner without losing time.
Okay.
So I'll give you that trick in a bit. First, let me test it out if it's working on this car or not.
Nabil is going to
I don't want to give a claim and then
Nabil
not be
is
able to
going to
deliver
share
on it.
some magic with us apparently.
Yeah,
Let's see.
Alright, so the sun has started to set. It's 6 o'clock now in the evening. Quick status check. So we are now down to the last 20% of the battery. As soon as it hit 20%, there was a message on the infotainment saying please charge the vehicle. It came with a small alarm, but then it went away. And yeah, so 52 kilometers of distance to empty left, and we have covered 232.2 kilometers. Alright, so we are done with the expressway now completely and heading back into Pune city. And like I said, I'll give you a driving tip if you're driving an electric on the highway. So yeah, it has more or less worked for us. It has worked for us. I mean, we've retained good amount of range on the expressway, driving at around 85-90 kmph all throughout. So the trick is pretty simple. So the less amount of throttle movements, the better your range is going to be. So unlike ICE cars, which need you to sit at a sweet spot in a particular gear for highway driving, electrics are most efficient when they are sitting at a constant speed, not accelerating and not using more battery power or slowing down and losing momentum. So on the highway, cruise control is your friend. Sadly though, the XUV400 doesn't get cruise control as an option. As you can see, we are now properly in the city. This is evening time, almost 7 o'clock, so office traffic is going back. We are absolutely in jammed, packed traffic. So here, one thing that I wanted to talk to you about was the L mode, right? The L mode also doubles up as a high regen mode that allows you to drive without touching the brake in traffic. In the XUV400, it's good. It takes a while to get used to it, but post that, it's fun to use. Not bad.
And did you notice any change in the region as the range dropped down? Because what Tushar and Arun experienced was that the region mode became stronger.
Sorry, what? I was just dancing to the tunes. Sorry.
Good job. Pura question bola. And did you notice any change in the region mode as you went along? Because that's what Tushar and Arun experienced with the Nexon Max. They said that the region became stronger as the range dropped down.
No, not really in this car. So the region, like it's a fixed region and it's been the same throughout the journey, even coming down the hill climbs, it's been the same. In L mode it's more aggressive, but again it's more aggressive same when we are on 80% battery and now that we are on 13% battery. We were now down to 10% battery with 24 kilometers on the DTE and 262 kilometers under the belt. At 10%, the car would no longer cross 50 kilometers an hour and that drops to 40 kilometers an hour at 8% battery. We did have a tortoise turn up on the MID to tell us to take it easy, something seen in the Nexon EV at low charge as well. That said, unlike the Nexon EV, the AC performance didn't take a hit, probably because its cooling performance wasn't great even at 100%.
One thing that we learned through the day was that the predicted range on the XUV400 is very accurate, a desirable quality in an electric. We also noticed that in slow moving traffic, the range drops slower, allowing us to go further than at highway speeds where the battery depletion was constant. So, with the majority of city driving, you should see more range from a full charge. Time now to finish this.
Right, so we are now at 3% battery. It was showing 2 kilometers to us up till now. The 2 kilometer sign has now vanished. It says stop the car. The range is now dash. There is no range left in the car. But yeah, again, like I said, 3% battery is still left. We are now restricted to 10 kilometers an hour. That is the speed that we are doing right now on the very side of the road. The good thing is now we are very close to the office. So while we do have some butterflies in our stomach, we are close to office. So yeah, we are close to home. That's not going to be a problem. But let's see how far down we can take this battery. Range is officially gone. Now it's just about getting that battery percent, 3%, to as low as possible. What is your prediction?
I think we'll probably just reach about 290 since we're still showing 3%. But it's going to take a very long time because we are now down to 11 kilometers per hour.
We're just
I'm pretty sure I can get out of the car, walk and get back into the car.
There are legit like cyclists passing us, like ringing their bells and going past us. Yeah, what we do is we just switch off these lights, pretend like we are not here in the car. The day is over. Finally. So we have managed so far. Here are the results for the XUV400. Drum roll. 289.5 kilometers in 99% battery charge. We have 1% charge left in the car. The range went away when it was what, 3%, right?
Yeah, so we had no range readout after 3%. Actually, it was looking like we probably wouldn't do more than 270 kilometers. But towards the end, as we came into the city, it started going up some more. So it went to 280 predicted, and then now it's almost 290 kilometers of range.
Yep.
Nabil wanted to try going another 500 meters, but we're
coming
going
back
500 meters at 10 kmph.
No, it's no longer 10 kmph. We've fallen under 10 kmph now.
So it's about 5 kmph. So
Yeah,
literally
5
people
kmph.
can walk that speed. Walking 500 meters and back with a car that's only doing that was too much of a risk. So we are calling it quits here.
Yeah.
And that's the result. How did you like this video, guys? And what is the next car that you'd like to see us do Drive to Death with?